Hello and welcome back to Satbury. I'm Fire Princess and this is Let's Play with Fire. We're doing a medieval charter challenge and today we're going to be playing the fall season at the Beesbury household. This is the first yeoman family that we'll be playing, so it is super exciting. So we'll get to see how the next social station up lives. This is the Beesbury house. It is a lot larger than what we're used to seeing with the peasants. It is a cottage. Yeomans are allowed a cottage up to, I believe, 30,000 simoleons. So this is the front. It's super nice. I did not build it, definitely not. I downloaded it from The Sims. Let's do a tour. So here's their living room area. So one thing about the Beesburys is they were randomly rolled into an artist career. So they not only paint and do portraits of other Sims, as you can see Selly doing here with Adelaide. They're in the artist Max's career. Simon is not, because he's a teenager. He's not old enough yet to be able to be in the artist career, but Selly is. So she's in that now. She's the head of household. She's the mom of Simon. So this is their living room area, the little bathroom, the kitchen over here. Going up the stairs, we'll see this is Sally's room, a bathroom, and Simon's room. So pretty basic, but a lot bigger and a little nicer than what the peasants, what we're used to seeing with the peasants. And then outside, there's not too much on the other side of the house, but this side there's a well. Selly likes to garden, so she has a garden out here with some fertilizer bags and compost. You'll notice that it is later on in the day that you're seeing this. My computer froze when I was recording initially, so I lost some of that footage, but it's okay, we're only a day in, so we didn't really lose too much. So let's do a quick just character introduction. This is Selly Beesbury. She's a a fortune aspiration with a knowledge secondary. She has some skill points. I randomized those, and it lucked out because she randomized into max creativity. So one thing with the max's careers for the yeomans is they can only get careers 1 through 6. That's as high as they can go, is 6. Anyway, so she's a little sloppy, shy, lazy, very playful, and kind of grouchy. And her traits, she's brave, a vegetarian, mean-spirited, a green thumb, and absent-minded. So green thumb is why the garden outside is hers. She likes to care for that. Next we have Simon, who's the apprentice artist, I guess. He's working on his skills. He's a night owl, a daredevil, a great kisser, and a genius. He is a popularity sim with a pleasure secondary. And his personality, so he's sloppy, outgoing, lazy, kind of playful, kind of serious, and nice. So he's a lot nicer than his mom is. One thing that I want to make sure to mention is the welcome party includes Adelaide, Gable Darklin, and Adelaide is our other yeoman family that we haven't seen yet, Adelaide Heron, and lastly Bryce Redwood. So Mr. Gable here has been trying to charm Selly, and they actually have 2 bolts. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with that. The yeoman families, I looked up in the rules, they are allowed more to marry for love than merchants or hire, and merchants would be directly above yeoman. So merchants and hire, it has to be arranged marriages, but yeomen and peasants, it's a lot more open on whether or not it's arranged. The only thing is we want it to be of a good social status. So for Gable, that's a step up for him if he can get Selly to like him. But it's kind of a step down for Selly, and she's the head of household right now, so I'm not too sure what I want to do with that. I'm kind of going to see what they do. Simon here, he only has 1 creativity so far. I'm going to let him get his last creativity point here, and then we're going to try and see if we can't figure out what his one true hobby is, because we don't know what either of their one true hobby is. So let's have him talk to Gable. we're gonna have him, I was gonna see, oh, tell a story, that's what I want. Mechanics. Oh, he's joking. Okay, that's he's playful, so. Let's have him talk about mechanics and talk about sports, see if either of those, oh, and fame, because fame is one of the few ways that film and lit is gonna be able to be, like, to see if that's their one true hobby or not, especially in the lower classes. So it doesn't look like it's mechanics or sports or film and lit. It wasn't arts and crafts because he was painting. We actually went through quite a bit just with the tell us story. Let's have him go out. We'll see if he can stargaze. Ooh, let's see. Let's have him catch fireflies, and then we'll try and stargaze. Just trying to narrow it down a little, because I like to see what that is, so I can see what they like to do for fun, essentially. So it doesn't look like it's that. Let's try and have him jump rope. Sorry, I know it's like super dark. They don't have a lot of light. Not that. So let's have Sully take a break. She's been doing that portrait for a while. Was Bryce being mean? Oh, he's hungry. He's like, I gotta go. Alright, you want to tell a joke to your mom, so why don't you tell a joke? Oh, is Adelaide leaving? Oh, she's going to help with the garden. All of the neighbors have been helping with the garden. It's actually very nice of them. We're gonna say goodbye to everyone. I'll do some need stuff, and I'll see you in the morning. Alright, it is the next morning. Sally's already off to work, which I need to fix my default replacement for the car, because it was a car. But anyway, so Simon just woke up. He's a night owl, so he'll sleep in more. He stayed up pretty late anyway. He didn't go to bed till like midnight or 1. But it was just need stuff, so it wasn't all that important. So let's get him together here. We'll figure out what he'll do today. He'll probably do more painting, clean up a little bit. I decided that what I'm gonna do, and let me just try with this real fast. And he took a bath. So since my baths and showers require water mod isn't really working, I'm gonna take the information from the mod. So like showers take 2 buckets, baths take 3 buckets, bubble baths are 5 buckets, and just a whole list of things. So what I'm gonna do is manually do it for right now until I can figure out what the water issue is. So my peasants kind of got it easy a little bit, but now that I'm on to the yeomans, I do want to start implementing that, and that's for everyone too. So once we go back to the peasants again, we will do that with them as well. So since his mom's at work, he's gonna help with tending the garden. And once he's done with that, maybe we'll do some more hobby work and painting. So he's still having issues accessing that one, so I'm going to move it down here. And let's see if he can access it now. He should be able to now, I mean. Okay, for some reason in the middle there were problems, so I'll just put it off to the side. I guess the asparagus is a little more picky. So he needs some social too. And it's kind of raining. He wants to go on a date. Maybe while we do hobby stuff, we can do that at the park. Let's see. What did we try? Okay, we need cuisine, games, or music and dance. So any of those we're looking for to see if they're his. So let's have him go to a community lot. His mom gets back at 2. So he'll be okay to just wander off for a little while. He is a daredevil, so I feel like he'd be more likely to kind of go off and do his own thing. So Meadow Thyre is here. We're going to just make sure to get his gender preference. He likes her. No bolts have popped up yet, though. She's not, I mean, she's a townie, so nothing really is going to happen with her, but Mally would be an option. So let's talk to her. I do want to make sure that Simon's back by 2 at the home lot because his mom gets off work at 2, I believe. And he doesn't necessarily want her to know that he wanders off during the day instead of working on his paintings. Gerard's like, I don't care about you. Don't brag, I don't care. She wants to be friends with all the neighbors that came over, but I don't see any of them here, so unless they walk by or come onto the lot, he's not really going to have much of an opportunity to try and be friends with them. I especially want to be friends with Adelaide, because if she doesn't find anyone by the time that he ages up, which is a while, so it's probably unlikely, but you never know. She could be an option. Alright, let's quickly have him practice for a second, because he still needs to see if music and dance are his thing. Oh, apparently he's blocked with that. Here, why don't you practice that way? Ah! Okay, he's out of time. He's gotta go home. Quick! So the whole point of coming here was to mess around with One True Hobbies, and he just talked to Mally Bradshaw instead. Good timing. So Simon got here literally right before his mom is. Ignore the car, I'm gonna fix it. Holy cow, they got a lot of money. So she's a street caricaturist. So she now works from 11 a.m. to 6. So that's level 2. Magor is available as well. I'm gonna have her just see what her chemistry is with them. I know he's a station under her, but if we're considering Gable, then we have to consider Magor too. And he's gonna work a little bit on his painting. Let's have her flirt. She's gonna check him out here. Oop. Not too into him, it looks like. Perfect, so we actually discovered that Sully's one true hobby is games. Good, good. So I'll roll a die, and I'll update you on what specifically she likes to do within games. Had Simon go ahead and throw a party, and it looks like the only ones who showed up were Gable and Bryce. Gable, I'm not surprised, because he's interested in Sally, and then Bryce is all dressed up to come along with Gable as support, I think. The wingman. He immediately comes over and is like, "You're hot." So with these plans, these are special plans from Plum Bob Keep, and they take about 48 hours to... You're not much of a wingman, Bryce. You're supposed to be nice. I forgot. Their family is a bit grouchy, the Redwoods. Anyway, so these plans, they take about 48 hours before they provide their fruit. You want to hang out with someone. Why don't you come hang out with Bryce before he makes a mess of this here. It's a real dud, oh no. And since they do have a lot of money here, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a lamp so that we can actually see what they're doing outside. Alright, so there's a little bit of light. And they actually bought them since they have enough. I bought a fire pit. So, and this actually requires branches in their inventory in order to work. And they don't have any branches, but I'm thinking that we'll try visiting a lot tomorrow. We'll have Simon, actually, yeah, Sully has to work. So we'll have Simon go and, he's charming her, go over and buy branches from the not the Redwoods, the Brocas family. And I'm letting this be free will. She's almost friends with him. She doesn't want to be a friend, so I might have her just talk to him real fast. She likes games, so maybe they'll play some red hands. He's playful, so hopefully he'll accept it, yeah. She's charming him now. Oh my goodness. I might just... I mean, they're into each other. I might have it happen. I'm gonna have to figure out if the whole family comes with or not, but we'll see. Anna and Gable really... I mean, I was trying so hard for it. You saw. And this is a lot more chemistry than what Anna and Gable were doing. And since they're yeomen and peasants, a little bit more open for love marriages, so maybe. Alright, let's have Simon stop hanging out. We're gonna have him go ahead and make food for everyone. I want to see if cuisine is his one true hobby. So we'll have him serve a small beer for everyone. They're playing rock, paper, scissors. Alright, stop sitting in the rain. I mean, in the hail. She's like, I love it. Go get a drink. My poor plants, though, in the hail. No. So that didn't give him any cuisine, but it may not have just because of the mod I have. So we're still not sure if he likes cuisine. I know you're tired, Sully. You have 13 seconds and then you can go to bed, okay? You can't go to bed when your guests are here. Or you can, or you're just gonna go. So one thing I noticed is with the portrait, I can only scrap the painting. So it looks like I'll have to invite Adelaide back over in order to finish the portrait. We'll see if she'll come over. They're not exactly a high relationship, I don't think. Yeah, they're 0-0, so unless she happens to walk by, I'm not entirely sure she's gonna end up showing up. Anyway, so party's over. It was not bad. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it is the next morning. Sally's just woken up here. It's a pretty rainy day. She does have to go into work, but that's not until 11 she has to be at work. So she's probably... Once it's 7, we'll see if Adelaide will come over. She has to go get more water buckets from the well because she wants to take a bath, but she doesn't have any. They don't have enough water. They only have 1 water bucket. So, and I'll show you. I figured out if I put the water bucket on top of my little trash can that deletes bills and homework, it deletes the water bucket also without me having to earn the money and then have to family funds the money back to where it was, which is way easier. So I'll show you. Alright, so as you can see, Sully here is taking a bath. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. And this is my special CC trash from Mod The Sims, I think, is where I got it. But it deletes things. So I was like, well, maybe if I put a water bucket on it, it'll delete the water bucket. And you ready? Boom! It works. So I tried inviting Adelaide over, and it turns out she does not have a phone. So I am gonna probably just do the sim blender and teleport her over, because I figure if she's paying for a portrait to be done, then she would want to come over to have it finished, right? So we'll probably have to do it by the time Sully gets back from work, though, because it's kind of too late now. She is talking about woohoo with Gable. Slow down, girl. So something weird happened here. She glitched out when she was trying to do leftovers, and then now they're like stinky and in the way. So I think I'm gonna have to change their fridge. Okay, so I changed their fridge to this thing. I'm gonna see if he can do anything with it. It's probably gonna look really weird, but I need to try it. The only other fridge I've been using is the one, so okay, yeah. So it looks goofy, but at least it hopefully will work. The other one glitched for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. You have to check her out. No, he's not impressed with her. Alright, let's collect some branches so they have some stuff for their fire pit. At least until I can figure out if he can go to other lots and trade that way. It does not look like Mally showed up this time. I was kind of hoping she would so he could talk with her. What are his turn-ons? Okay, he likes formal wear and hard workers, so... I don't know, good luck with that. I don't know who's gonna fit that description here. Oh, I need to see if he's into music. Doesn't look like he's into music. What does that leave us? We tried fitness, nature, sports, arts and crafts, film and lit. I think that leaves us with cuisine. I just think these small drinks did not trigger that because of the mod that I have, so we'll have to have him make something a little more complicated and see if that gains his enthusiasm for it. No chemistry with Ivy. She is a townie though, so probably wouldn't happen anyway, but... Alright, let's have him go ahead and go home. There's no reason to be here anymore. He got his branches. Maybe we can test out the fire pit. So we had a chance card pop up. Let's try and be fast about it so it doesn't go away. So while sitting on... And I have medieval defaults for these, so... While sitting on her plastic bucket, charcoal pencils in hand, Sally is approached by a notable SimCity socialite, notable not only for her involvement in a number of respected charities, but for possessing a nose of such grand proportions that it borders on caricature itself. The woman asks Sally to do a caricature. She has to decide if she sketches the nose in all its glory or tones it down. So she's kind of grouchy, and I think she was playful, right? So I think we're gonna go for it. Ooh, so Sally goes for it, and after a few minutes presents a sketch. The woman is able to laugh at herself and chuckles at the sight. She gets $500 for it. Sally does. Sweet. Oh, look at our plants back here. Yay! So these are not to be sold. These are strictly for harvesting only. So this is only for the fridge. Like stocking their own fridge. So he's gonna come and harvest everything. Look at that. It's so yummy looking. So we're gonna try the fire pit. Yay! So the 3 branches worked. Let's see how many is left. Oh, maybe it hasn't triggered yet. Yay! Warm self. Okay, so it took all 3. Okay, good to know. So it's 3 branches for the fire pit, at least for this one. So we have just enough trees at the park for him to be able to actually use it. Alright, let's have him go finish his painting. He needs to do some actual work today. And there's Sally again getting promoted, so she is level 3 now, I believe. Yeah, this family is like crazy. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is every time they get promoted, they have to buy something that they cannot sell back. Like, they aren't allowed to sell back anything unless there's, like, an issue like I was having with some things. But they're supposed to buy something to recognize their status of being promoted, or, like, getting promoted. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and buy some decor. She was promoted twice. So we need to find 2 things that show status. So we'll figure out something in here that would look nice, that other Sims don't have. So let's do the green man sculpture. That's supposed to be for like outside. That's related to like plants and stuff, so I think she totally would have that. I might need to actually do it inside. We'll put it by her stuff over here, so that it's kind of like watching over her. It's kind of low. Can I move it? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to do a cheat. Alright, we're gonna put it right there. Let's make sure it's actually against the wall. There we go. Alright, so there's one. Let's do something over in the kitchen is what I want to do. They could do a wall banner. I was doing some reading, and a lot of these wall tapestries served not only to show a higher status, but they also showed they were functional as well. So like houses that like it kept the cult out because they were tapestries. Let's see here. Let's see how that looks. A little bit more over. Where's my hand? There we go. Yeah, that'll do. So, that way when people come over, they can see they can afford to put things up like this. And they'll have to take that with them if they ever move or anything. She wants to go check it out. She's like, dang. Yeah, that was for you. We're gonna go ahead and summon Adelaide over. She doesn't have a phone for me to invite her over. Let's talk to her for a second. And real quick, I'm safe. I'm going to save. Talking about woohooing. So like so. Alright, good. So I can continue the portrait since she's on lot now. So let's have her finish the portrait here. Once they're done chatting, of course. They seem to be getting along pretty well, so that's cool. She's like, hey, Simon. Let's see if you can serve a meal that's a little more complicated than these small beers so that we can see if he likes cuisine, and that will get him some social too, because he's in need of some conversation. He's a popularity sim who's an artist, so he's gonna be sitting here painting all day and then need social badly. You see that face she's giving her? She's like, what are you doing? That's not what I look like. Yay! All finished. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the canvas, we're gonna put it in my inventory, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it as a gift to Adelaide, and then I'm gonna make a note for Adelaide that she owes Selly, how much do you think? 100 simoleons? 150 simoleons? We'll say 150 simoleons. Once she gets to level 6 of her artist career, we can have them worth a lot more, but for now she's only level, what, like 3 as an artist? So we'll say it's still not quite as expensive to get her portraits done. So you are going to give gift. The portrait. Oh no, she won't accept it. We're not close enough friends. Ah, crap. Alright, well for now we're gonna say goodbye to her. I'm gonna work on their friendship so I can hopefully give it to her before the end of the round. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Simon and Selly are just kind of getting up and ready. Selly does not work today, so she's gonna just work on tending her garden more. But we're gonna go see the Brocas family and see if we can't buy some sticks from them, since they have enough money to do that. So we'll try it. He needs to get some clothes on though. What are you doing with the skunk? Is there a skunk? Oh no, it's the skunk. We haven't seen the skunk in a couple rounds, so. What do you want? So let's have him use the restroom. Sally's almost done with the garden. And they can go ahead and walk over to the Brocas family and we'll see how that works. So we're here visiting, and you'll notice the time on the lot is the time that we left the Brocas family because we're loading up them. We're gonna have him open the business so that these two can hopefully buy the branches. They only have one thing of branches, so it's not really enough for them to be able to do anything with. But they totally can't. And the skunk is at the Brocas family. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? No. Alright, so she's gonna buy their one branch here. Help them out a little. Oh gosh, is he spraying? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, poor Simon. Oh. Well, he's gonna need a bath when they get home. Oh no. Oh, the Brocas family have got to deal with the skunk. Their poor customers. I know you stink now. Alright, he's gonna close up business. And then they're gonna go home. Okay, good, it's closed. Let's go home so he can shower. Wait. Home. Stop. Just go home. Get away from the skunk. What are you doing? Filbert. Yeah. So we're back and Simon is heading straight to the bath. I need to check and see how many water buckets. Okay, we have 10 water buckets, so she's okay, or he's okay to take a bath. And then she's going to just kind of do some need stuff here. I think we're going to bring Adelaide back over so she can work on the friendship with her. One, so that she has a friend for work, because she needs it, and two, so that she can hopefully be friendly enough with her to give her the painting that she did of her. She's like, it's fall, but we've had such lovely weather. She's able to grow her plants still. Alright, let's see if I can give her her painting. Oh. Hey! She took it. Good, good, good. Alright, let's go ahead and tell her goodbye for now. And let's go ahead and paint still life. Actually, maybe we should do a portrait of Simon. He is going to be the heir after all, so we should probably get a painting of him. Now the hardest part, getting the angle right on this. Oh my gosh, her teeth! Ooh, there we go, that's perfect. So she's still working on his portrait here. Sally finished the painting! Simon looks so good, oh my gosh. I don't know, I think I'll put it up on the wall. Let's see. Maybe right behind, I guess? We'll put it right there for now. We'll find a good spot to put like family portraits up because they're artists and they can do a whole bunch of family portraits, so I think it'll be kind of cool. Okay, so it is the next morning. Sally is on her way to work. He's gonna help just take care of the garden this morning since she's off at work. And then he's gonna do a bunch of painting. And once he's done with all that, we might have him... Oops. Oh, there's the little cuisine thing and he didn't get... So it's not cuisine. I was thinking it was cuisine for him. That's why I was having him make stuff. What did we miss here? I'm pretty sure the arts and crafts would have... I mean, these are custom easels, actually. I wonder if it's because it's a custom easel. Maybe something is not set right with the hobby enthusiasm. So let's have him view art. We can have him view his portrait of himself and we'll see if that helps him gain any sort of anything from it. And by the way, we have 1 day left for this family in the fall and they've got a ton of money. So I'm not worried about them right now. He doesn't like his portrait. Okay, yay. So he does like arts and crafts, it's just I have a custom content easel and it's not set right, I guess, for the hobby enthusiasm. So that's too bad, because that means the whole time he's going to be gaining hobby enthusiasm. He's not really going to be. I'll have to see if I can figure out a way to fix that. While Simon here was painting, I decided to roll for the activities that they like to do within their craft. And I got some interesting rolls, specifically for Simon. He got a roll for toy making. So he wants to make toys. And he's an artist, he's in the artist career, he's an heir, so he can't really, he doesn't really have another option. But maybe as like a hobby, he likes to create toys for the neighborhood children and give them as gifts. So when they have enough, I can't decide if I'm going to have him get his or Sully get hers, but when she gets her next promotion, or when he gets a promotion, they can use that as a mark of status, and he can start working on his toy making badge. And what I'm going to do is he's not going to sell them, he's just going to use them to give gifts to people. So he likes to make them specifically just for fun. And for Sally, she got a role, so she likes games as her one true hobby, and her role was for a pool table. So she likes to play pool. So I'm pretty sure on her next promotion, we're going to get her a pool table. Oh no, it's starting to snow. They still have one day left in fall. She's going to come harvest all her plants here. I don't know if they'll be alive in winter, so I need to make sure she gets everything. Because they can use all that to stock their fridge, so if they start getting low in the winter or anything, they have food. And if anyone of the peasants needs help, hopefully they'll have some extra inventory so that they can just give it as a gift, if needed. Not too much more is going to happen tonight, so I'm going to start calculating what they are going to owe to the Royal Treasury. I have to look up the percentages and stuff because it's a little different for the yeomans than it was for the peasants. But I will see you in the morning when we figure that out. Okay guys, so it is the first day of winter, which means it's time to pay taxes. So, Sully here, of course, hasn't gotten dressed. Let's get her dressed here. She doesn't want to meet the royal treasurer without clothes on. Let's get her set up here. I calculated it, so yeomans owe $1,000 in rent, a 30% tax, and a 10% tithe. So the 10% tithe is the same across all of the classes, and that goes to the royal treasure for now, but once we have a church, the tithes will go to the church. But for now, the royal treasure still gets it. Anyway, so after all that, she owes $2,700. So she is paying that now to Godfrey here. Godfrey. So with $2,700 owed and $4,300, so that leaves them with about $1,600 left in the bank, which is so much compared to what we've been doing with the peasants. So they did pretty awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and like if you're interested, and I'll see you for the next Yeoman Family Adelaide.